Hello, hello. Hey there, everyone. Karen Wolf here in the art studio this evening. And I am going to show you, I'm just doing something, just a little fun project. Just painting some trees, some little pine trees on wood. So this is one that I did, hey Regina, this is one that I did just a little bit ago. It's on a little tiny piece of wood. It's not very big. But I thought we would just do something fun, just something a little different. These are, or this one is, not these are. This one's about 4 by 2, a little over. But the thing that I thought would be cute would be like the pumpkins that I did, where you could set them like in a little arrangement of sorts. Do some different sizes, just get you some little pieces of scrap wood and just have at it. This may turn out great and this may not. I don't know. It was just something I just thought about a little bit ago. So we'll see how it goes. So hopefully you guys can see. This 2x4 is a little longer than what I wanted, but I couldn't find a shorter one. The shorter ones that I had were just painted on already, and I didn't want to use those. So we'll see how this goes. So how are you guys doing? Yay. Hey Nancy. Hey Regina. Yeah, who else is on here? Yay. I can kind of see. There's Jamie. Hey. There's Regina and Nancy. Good evening. Good evening. How are you all doing? I hope you guys are doing good and had a great day. I'm going to just try and pull you all up here on my iPad too, so I can see comments if I can't see them on there. There's Suzanne and Ann. Hey. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take some gray, just starting in my background, is what I did with this one. I was showing you. This is what I did just on a little tiny sample. And you can do these however, like I said, I'm just doing... I have a little scrap of wood, a box over there that I put scraps of wood in just for such an occasion. I'm going to pull you a little bit closer. Oh, and I have paintings I have paintings piled up over there on the other side. Oh, me, oh my. There. Hey, Tammy, Suzanne. Hey, everybody. I'm just mixing a little bit of sienna and some blue and white to make gray in this beautiful plate that I have here. Blue, sienna, ultramarine blue, sienna, and white will make gray. And I don't want it to be a really dark gray, so I'm going to put some white in it. Just making a light gray color and painting this board. And you can do this pretty much on just, like I said, whatever little scraps that you have. But just try to show you guys that, you know, use your imagination. You don't have to paint on canvas all the time. These things that I show you on here, how to paint, you can paint them on lots of different things. You can paint them on... wood or slate. I used to paint lots of slates. Y'all ever paint slates? Y'all ever paint on wood? I know a lot of you have painted on canvas because I've seen your paintings and you've painted with me. There's lots of different things that you can paint on. And when I'm painting these, I don't really cover up every little single thing either. There's a little, looks like a little screw hole. You can make them as nice or as rustic looking as you choose. You don't have to be real picky with it. I don't. I like things to look more rustic. That's how I am. I like for things to look kind of worn and tattered. So, but this is what we're doing here. I'm just taking this board, this little board that well, it's like a board. It's a piece of wood. Let me see how big it is. Got it 12.5 inches that way. About 2 and a little over 2 inches that way. And 1.25 inches that way. So it's just a little piece of wood. Just get it out of my scrap bin over there. So I'm gonna, let's just put that down here and let that dry a little bit. And then I was going to do this one, but it's a little bit tall. I don't know. I was thinking I would like to have one that tall and then one a little bit shorter. So we'll see. I'm going to do this one, I think. And this one, if you see, look at this one. It's crooked, and I don't care. I'm not going to worry too much about that. You've painted on wood, Tammy. Isn't that fun? It's different. It's very different. And so is slate. Slate is, oh my gosh, different. And slate is somewhat difficult at first because it's rough. Slate is a rough texture. And some of you guys may want to, like, if you have this one has a little bit of glue on it right there. You may have some rough edges that you want to sand. You may have some little rough edges that you want to sand on these. So, if that's the case, then, you know, get you a little bit of sandpaper out. Kind of, you know, soften your edges a little bit. But this is an experiment. Another one of those experiments. Don't you love my experiments? Hey, Hannah, you painted on wood also. It is so much fun. It really is. There are lots of different, you know, some of the wood's smooth. Some of it's not smooth. Some of it's really, old and tattered. So there's that. So that's what I'm doing first. And then I'm going to take the, just this dirty brush. You'd like to try slate? Tammy, it is, it's so pretty when you get done with a slate. It's something like nothing else. Because of the black, the darks, and the grays, and the colors in the background. But I found, as I was painting those, that I would put my shape on first and paint it in, like, with white paint first to get a background in with my shape. Like, if it's a, you know, whatever you're painting. Just kind of put some white in first to get a foundation so that your color on top of it will show up. Because if you try to put a transparent color on your slate and that black and that where it's kind of smooth, it won't show up the color. So where do you find the slates? I haven't painted on slates for a really long time. There used to be a place in Charleston that I would get mine. A roofing place had them just stacked up in the area outside of their building. It was a wood workshop, or a roofing place, and they had a bunch of them that they had removed stacked up outside, and I would go and get them there. Some people sell them. I'm just adding white to my dirty brush. Some people sell them on Facebook, you know, like on Facebook yard sale or whatever. What it used to be, you know, back in the day, I would look in the ad bulletin at the Trader's Guide, and I don't even know if those even exist anymore. So, but yeah, I got rid of all of mine. I had tons of them, and I got rid of them and gave them to a friend of mine. I got to where I just didn't find time to paint them anymore. I was painting mostly on canvas, and they were just stacked up around here, just going to, you know, not going to waste, but not being used. So I just took some white on my dirty brush, and I just see how I just kind of whitewashed that. Can you all see that? I just took the white over top of that gray. And you can make it as light as you want. Here's my original. Here's my little sample. There. And this, you could do like a little red bird on there. You could put, if you want it to be Christmassy, you could put red ornaments on it. You could put several red birds, not just one. Your husband cuts your overgrown tree limbs into disc shapes and ovals, and I paint on those. Yeah, I've done a little bit of that too. That's a good idea, Heather. The only problem with those is they dry out, and then, and this paint isn't quite dry. This paint isn't quite dry, so I'm taking this 1-inch brush with some, can you all see that? This 1-inch brush with some white paint on it where I had that gray on there, and I'm just barely scooting it across. I'm just getting a little, just dry brushing the paint on. But you can make this as white as you want. You can, if you want it to be whiter, put some more on there. Just make it, it's yours. This can be snow. I was just leaving mine a little bit more grayed so that if I splatter my snow on, it'll show up more. And like I said, this is an experiment. So, if it looks good, yippee. And if it looks bad, I didn't do it. Oh, shoot. Anyhow, so, y'all know, getting ready for my live sale. Are y'all ready for that? I've got a live sale coming up. Have y'all ever seen me do a live sale? Those are fun times. Now, I'm telling you, I've got so many paintings. So many paintings. All of the paintings that I've been painting on here, and these will be in there, these little wood things, unless Jennifer takes them. Or unless I decide to use them in my house, which is doubtful. Do y'all decorate in your house with the stuff that you paint? Do y'all use the stuff in your paint? Stuff in your paint. The things that you paint, do you use it in your home to decorate? Excuse me. Trying to see if I don't know what's wrong with my, see if I can get you guys, no, that's the other evening. I can't seem to get I can see some of what's on my phone. I can see who's on here, but I can't see if you guys are doing any comments. You were doing comments. Let's refresh it there and see if it does again. Nope, it's not working. Oh, it's so frustrating. Maybe if I just get out of it and get back in. Crazy. No, it's not liking me. Okay, so this has had time to set for a little bit, but I still think, yeah, I'm going to dry it a little bit. Dry it. There we go. And don't you all forget my text Let's Paint to 304-245-9690. This is how you are notified when I go live. Or if I'm having a sale, or if I add new paintings. Sometimes I do things like that. A sale, I do let you know that I'm having sales. But mostly, if I'm going live, if you text Let's Paint to this number, 304-255-9690, that is how I communicate with you all at the same time. I just send out a text to everyone, and you all know I'm on here, and you can see that I'm going live. So that's good. Oh, there we are. Oh, I know what it was. I kept seeing that one from the other day, and it was because I'd pinned it at the top. Dang it. Dang nabbit. So, all right. See who else? Okay, there was no more comments. All righty then. Okay, so we've got this dry, kind of. Then I'm going to just do a tree. On here, I can do like a little short stubby tree. It's still wet. I can do... a little short stubby tree. Let's see. Do I want to do... I think I'm going to do a little bit of... this one I didn't do that. But I think I'm going to do a little bit of... I'm doing a little bit of sienna and some black. Making a brown color. Because I don't have dark brown on here. If you want to make a dark brown... if you don't have... like umber... and you have burnt sienna, add a little bit of black to it, and it makes dark brown. Isn't that a cool trick? So stick with me, I'll tell you the tricks. But this one I think I'm just going to do like maybe I'll do it like the one turning to the side. Just do a little stem there in the middle, just to give us a go. There, I didn't do that. But I might leave some of my stem showing in the middle. You can make them all fat and full and chunky, or you can, why he does that every time I go live, I do not know. You'll hear a side by side here just for a moment. Who knows? I don't know. Who knows? All right. So here we go. I'm just taking a 1/2 inch flat, and I'm getting some green, and I added a little bit of black to darken it. You can darken green with purple or blue or black, whatever you want to. And then I'm just going to start up here at the top with a little bit of a point there. And you can make your, like I said, you could make your trees like skinny. You can make them a little fat. That one I made it kind of full. So you can make them so they're not so full. And I'm just taking my brush and I'm just going either side with it. And I'm making it more full in the middle. And trees are like snowmen. They're all different. And they all have their own little personality. And I'm just going side to side, and I'm pushing down with my brush. I'm just kind of like, I don't know if you all can see that or not, but I'm like kind of, can you see that? No. I'm kind of pushing down on my brush. Well, there I really pushed down on it. And I didn't want to do that at all. But I'm just a little bit pushing down on my brush when I go from side to side. And you can make your branches go up, or you can make them go straight out, or you can make them go down. But the thing that you want to make sure is that the branches on the bottom go out farther than the branches on the top. See how these go out wider, out far, and these are get skinnier as they go in. And then in here, I'm just taking the corner of the brush and I'm kind of making this a little bit more thick in here. To cover up that middle part that I did. Just so that it doesn't show all the way down. Because I want some of it to show, but I don't want it to look like a line going all the way down. Then I'm going to go into this lighter green color over here that just so happened to be on my plate from painting something the other day. I don't know what. But I'm going to go into this one and go into the green that has a little bit of yellow in it. Just with that dirty brush, I'm not even cleaning my brush. And I'm just going to touch in some lights on this. I'm not going to cover up all my darks. And I'm just going to add a little bit of lights here and there. So, there's that. That one's kind of up sideways. But I don't care. So I'm just not really worrying about the shape of the tree being perfect because, oh, for one, trees aren't perfect. And like I said, you can make this as, like thick like this one or not so much like this one as you want. Okay? And then underneath of it, I'm going to rinse my brush. And we can go even a little step lighter with that. By adding a little bit of white to that green. I didn't even have to clean my brush. Add a little bit of white to that green. And lighten that even a little bit more. And I'm painting like kind of with just the corner of my brush right there. Just that little. And I'm just touching. Just barely touching. Then we're going to put some snow on it. So that lightened it up a little bit. And then I'm going to do a little tiny bit of purple and white, maybe a little bit of brown. Purple, white, a little bit of brown. Just right under here, underneath of it a little bit. So it has something to stand on there. Not floating out in the midair. And then I'm going to take a little bit of white. I didn't even have to rinse that brush. I don't know why I did. And then I'm just going to touch in here like there's some snow. Okay, so there's that. All right. While that's setting a little bit, we'll come over here and do this one. This one looks like it needs a little bit more white on it. What do you think? Y'all think this one needs a little bit more white on it? I do. Are y'all enjoying this one so far? Can you see it? Can you see the... I can move you in a little bit closer if you can't see it. Y'all let me know if you can see it or if you need to be closer. I can see it pretty good on my iPad. Down there. So I'm going to pull a little bit more white on this. Excuse me for 1 second. Joe, I hear you. Sorry, my husband was having a conversation on the phone and I could hear him. I don't know if y'all could or not. I mean, it was no big deal, but I'm sure he didn't want us to be listening in on his conversation. All right, so there's this. Aren't those two really cute, little cute ideas? And one is just kind of skinny, tall, kind of going a little bit sideways. This one is just like a little full tree. There. So that's two different ones. Okay, this one's going to be a little different. We're going to do, I'm not going to do a solid down. So I don't cover it all up. Or so I don't have to cover it all up. I'm going to do that. Okay, so there's my tree shape. clean my brush. I'll go back into my green again. I don't have very much paint here. Hopefully I won't run out. Adding a little bit of black to the green. It's a hooker's green. Just added a little bit of black to it to darken it a little bit. I don't know why I can't see. There you are. See who's on here or if anybody's commenting. Y'all liking these so far? Pretty cool, huh? All right. Y'all say hey when you jump on here so I know who's on here. And if you're watching this and it's later and you're watching the replay, y'all say replay. That way I know who's watching on the replay. I don't know who's watching if y'all don't tell me. And I like to see who's watching these videos. I think this is going to be a cute idea. What do you think? I hope y'all like it. Do y'all like to decorate like around like in the winter for winter? And I know everybody decorates for Christmas and stuff, but put out your snowman, and then you put out your Christmas, and then you put your Christmas away, and then you have snowman till what? March? February, March, and then April we get kind of bored with it, and we're ready for spring, right? All right, so there's that, and we're going to leave this one have a long little stem down there. Just kind of fill this in the middle here and there. It's not too difficult. You don't have to put a lot of effort in it. It's easy stuff. Then I want to go into the green, the lighter green color, which is Hooker's green and yellow. I just happen to have that on my plate from another painting that I was working on. And I'm going to go back in here and do this. And just touch in. I'm not covering up all my dark. I'm just touching in some light colors on top of the... Oh, maybe y'all just a smidge closer. I can just hear that stuff falling back there. There we go. I'm just going in with a little bit of the lighter green, the brighter greens, and leaving some of the darks in the background. I covered them up right there. I'm going to put some of my darks back in. I've covered all my darks up. Because you have to have your darks. You have to have your darks for your lights to show. You have to have your lights for your darks to show. Pretty cool so far, though, isn't it? You could just put these around and lay some Christmas ornaments, some bulbs around on the bottom, and whatever cute stuff you can come up with. I'm not really good at decorating. Are you all? I do like Christmas decorations and winter decorations, and actually all decorations are pretty, but I'm not very good at it. Purple and brown. Purple and sienna. I'm getting ready to have my live sale, guys. And it's next week on Thursday, October the 28th. So don't miss that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Lots of paintings. You can get some Christmas shopping done. Buy some stuff for yourself. Just added some white. Get some snow on there. Yeah, because Christmas time will be here before you know it. Y'all shop early? Do you shop it and get your Christmas shopping done early, or do you do it late? I have to say I'm a late shopper. I do definitely. I don't know. I guess where I'm always busy around the holidays, I really don't have time to go and shop, so I usually end up shopping at the last minute. But this year, it'll probably be hard to get stuff. So they're saying. Maybe we should all just make stuff. Or y'all can just buy all my paintings and give them to your friends. So I'm just taking some white here. I'm just taking some white. And you can get a little tiny bit of purple on it if you want. Just, not pure white. It doesn't matter. Daubing it on my paper towel a little bit. And then I'm just going to touch very lightly. Even wiping some of it off on a paper towel. Just touch very lightly. To just touch some paint. Or touch some, well, it is paint. To touch the white on there to make it look like snow. And I'm just really using the corner of my brush. I'm not painting like straight across. Oh, let me get that up there. I'm not painting straight across. I'm with the brush. I'm painting with that little tiny edge. That little. And I turned my brush so I'm getting more off of my brush that was on the other side. I'm just tapping back and forth, just letting the paint come off of my brush lightly and kind of connecting it a little bit. Isn't that cool? Is that too cool or what? Okay, so there's that one. Fun times. All right, and then we'll go into a little bit white, touching it in, just into that purple, just a tiny bit, just to tint it a little bit. It's not really that purple at all. See, there's where I put it on the paper towel. And then I'm just dabbing it on the paper towel. There. Hey, Nancy, I hope you got into your tutorials. I never did hear back from you. So, Melissa, hey, thank you all for jumping on here. Back and forth. Same with this. Just barely. I'm just barely. Just touch. Tap. Less is more at first. Go through and just put, and I'm just kind of touching and pushing down. Just touching, pushing down. Just put you some on there first. See if that's enough. See if you like it. And then go back and add more if you want more. But isn't that the coolest thing? That is just so cool. And then on your stem, if your stem is showing a lot, you can darken that one side to make it look like it's in shadow. And then lighten the other side, which wouldn't be too much light because the light probably wouldn't. But it'll just make it look more round, a little bit more round. And then you can put some snow on it with the toothbrush. That's a cool trick. If you take a toothbrush, this one's just all hard and yucky. But if you take a toothbrush and you go into your white paint and you put some water in it and get it wet, Get it a little bit soupy there. And then you can just flick it like that. And that will make it look like snow. Which is just the coolest thing in the whole world. And you can put, like I said, you could put, if a person had red. You could add some red. And this is just CAD Red Deep. The Liquitex Basics is what I use most of the time on here. It's acrylic paint. And then you could do like little indications of like some red birds. And see, I'm not as tiny as this is. I'm just putting little dots here and there on the branches to make it look like there's red birds. I mean, you don't want to try to make a bird. That's too small. Because if you try to make birds, you're going to mess up and it's not going to look like birds. And then on here, you can do the same thing, but you can make them a little bigger. And you can, like, flick out and make it look like there's a little tail. But don't, little at the top. And then flick out there at the bottom. But don't try to do a whole lot. Keep them, they're little. They're not great big. So if somebody looks at that, they'll say, oh my, look at those little red birds all over that tree. Or you could do ornaments. You could do, if you want, you could do little ornaments here and there. And if you did an ornament, you would just draw like a circle. We could do some ornaments. Do I want to make these Christmassy? I thought I'd just keep these red birds, but I'll show you how to do an ornament. And a red bird is just a little, whoo, that was about to fall. Just a little touch with a circle, flick it back, and put a little tiny dot on the top. Kind of hard, like that. A little circle, a little flick, just a little flick out will make it look like a bird. Like that. So you just put some on there, here and there. And that is too cool. If you wanted to make ornaments on there, just take the red and you could just do just a little circle. You can make some hanging down. You can make some inside. Make some hanging down if you want. Put a little light on the side of it there. So it looks like it's round. All right, there you go. Hey, Dee. Hello. Welcome. All right. So there's that. That is so cool. I guess we better put some more ornaments on this one. So you can have, like I said, you can have some for Christmas decorations, or you can have for winter, just do the red birds. You could do whatever you want. The sky's the limit. You can add a star if you want. You can do just all kinds of fun stuff. It's neat. It's just so fun to just add your own little touches to these things. I just give you the idea and tell you how to do it, and you guys can just have at it. It's too fun. So there's one with ornaments and some red birds, one with just red, or two with just red birds. So this one's just down low to the ground, and these are up with stems. So, and this one I didn't even paint the sides of it yet. You could paint the sides a different color. You could paint the sides white, or you could paint the sides gray, or don't paint the sides. So, this one I painted the sides gray. So, but you could do, where's my brush? You could do, just kind of just take the white and just touch over it like that, which I like that. I don't like for things to be so perfect. Y'all, I'd just assume they'd just be kind of plain. Not fancy. I'm not fancy. Alrighty. There's that. Alright. Too cool. Too cool. Alright. See, I'm just barely touching. You can make that as solid as you want or not. And this one I did paint the sides. I'm just cleaning my brush off on that, giving it a little bit more kind of roughing that up a little bit there. All right. Well, I don't know about you all, but I think those are adorable. So we're going to call that quits. Let me move you out a little bit. I think I've got paintings on the other side of my table there. I had them leaning up, and when I pulled that back, they all came flying down. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was fun. That was a fun little project. Get you some pieces of wood, guys. Get the pieces of wood out. Paint you some stuff on there. Trees. You could do snowman. Maybe we'll do snowman. Y'all want to do snowman next time? And maybe you guys aren't ready for trees yet, but I had painted so many pumpkins. But I think this year is going to be a pumpkin time. Everybody seems to really love the pumpkins, so I'm glad. But get on that text. Text this number to me. This is my number. This is real. It is for real. And that way I can communicate with you, and I can tell you when I'm going live. 304-245-9690. Screenshot that so you'll have it. And text me. All you have to text is "Let's Paint," and I'll know that you want to be notified when I go live and paint. And you'll be the first to find out, and you can jump on. And if you're doing something, you're busy, and you're not ready to go in and watch the live, you can go back in and watch it on the replay. Just let me know. Just hashtag replay, or just type in replay so I know you're on there. And say hi. And y'all sprinkle the love. I'd so appreciate it. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are great. I love my painters. Y'all take care, and come back and join me on here and paint with me next time. Or maybe I'll give you a little painting tip. Who knows? So y'all take care, and I'll see you again on here real soon. Thank you so much. God bless you. Bye-bye.